I told everybody that I was making a commitment to doing more social media stuff, more videos, more content. I've been asked to do that hundreds of times from students all over the country. I don't know why. I find myself to be pretty boring. I work 16-hour days from home, sitting at my office, emailing and contacting schools and contacts to get events. People see all these speeches that I'm about to post, and I've got 13 or 15 booked right now, and a lot more coming. But people don't realize it probably takes me on average about 25 hours of emailing and constant work to try to get these speeches. If you're not a New York Times bestseller, you're not a professional athlete, you're not a celebrity, it's very difficult to be a professional paid speaker. This constant grind, this constant work, this all day, every day, everything I think about is to try to be a speaker and try to get in front of the stage and try to help other people. It's work. I've had people ask me, how do you be a speaker? How do you do this? My first 100 speeches, I basically did for free. I'm getting close to 300 speeches now. And closing in on that 100,000 mark of individual kids I've spoken to. But I volunteered, I worked, I was horrible at this craft. I was a horrible speaker. I'm a lot better now. I'm really good. But I'm always going to get better. Because I'm not going to stop trying to improve. I'm not going to stop trying to get better at my craft. It's just like basketball. I've always been good at basketball, but I still to this day go to the gym and work on shots and one dribble pull-ups, even though I can't jump anymore. So it's really not a pull-up. But I'm always constantly trying to get better at whatever I do, whether it's reading or writing or speaking or anything in this life. And so again, when I talk about making a commitment to doing this, I went and bought one of these, what do you call them, stabilizers, these gimbals or something like that. So I'm actually doing my first test with one of these and walking around my downstairs office. I've made an investment in myself to try to make sure that I'm doing this, and I'm forcing myself to do something I really don't like. But I'm going to adapt, and by the end of this, you're going to see that I enjoy what I do because I'm focused. I haven't told people, but I have a new interview-based show coming up. It's not really a show. It's just going to be a basic YouTube channel, and I'm not going to start it as a podcast because this is going to be my first test year, and it's going to be interviews with people that I've met along the way. I have a list of about 30 people already ready for me to start interviewing. So I'm going to do some testing with it in the next couple weeks, and I'll start posting some new videos, and I'll have a YouTube channel, and I'll do all that stuff. And it's really just going to be conversations. I've listened to Tim Ferriss and Joe Rogan over the last couple years, and the last couple Joe Rogan podcasts that I've actually watched have continued to inspire me to do this, not because of the views or anybody being able to subscribe and having, people watch, but the ability to sit down and talk with somebody for hours and find out what they're passionate about, what they're doing, what their job is, who they are as a person, what they've overcome. That's what's appealing to me. After all my speeches, I typically spend time with students, coaches, athletic directors, and we'll sit and talk for a half hour, 40 minutes. Sometimes I've had conversations with individuals that I just met for a couple hours just about life. I don't like the social media scene. I don't like being around a lot of people. I don't want to be famous. I don't want my face on video. But I'm doing this as a way to build my brand and my business, and everybody's talking about growth and trying. But I got some new stuff coming. This is my first test run with this gimbal thing. It's actually kind of cool. So I'm moving up and down and walking around my basement, and which is really my office, which is pretty nice. My wife was generous to me and allowed me to take the man cave. So it's a big, huge office for me and my two dogs, which you got to see one of them a little while ago. We'll keep going and seeing where this ends up, and I hope to continue this process. All right, later, everybody. Oh, working title for the interviews. It's all under UnDrafted, one of my college companies. And it's going to be conversations with fish in the fish tank. The fish tank. Originally started at one of the schools I went to at Eastern Wyoming. And by some teammates that I barely knew. But it was about the place that I had my house. And then when I went away for a long time, one of my best friends his name was Tank, and we talked about creating a business and empire that had fish tank included. So now I'm taking it to a different level, and now I'm going to do interviews in the fish tank. Gonna be fun. Peace.